Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Carlos with Twins Reef. Usually I don't make videos outside, but for the purpose of this video, what I want to show you guys is located in my garage. For those that have been following along in the past few videos, and if you watch them carefully, I mentioned that there's, big changes to the channel, and not really the channel itself, but to my aquariums. I had big visions of what I was going to be doing with my saltwater and freshwater tanks, but in a way those plans have changed, and to be honest with you guys, I thought about buying 75-gallon rimless aquariums from a company here based out of California. And the tanks that are familiar to this tanks that I was going to buy are the deep blue tanks. So I was going to buy like 75-gallon. You guys could go to Deep Blue and have an idea what type of tanks I was going to buy. And I actually had the store owner was able to, order them for me. And I kind of feel bad because they already arrived and I haven't bought them because I'm still debating of what I'm going to do. But these tanks cost $600. That's without taxes. And then so it's just the tanks themselves. They do come with the overflow kit, but they do not come with the stand. So to buy a stand, he quoted me about $500, no, $600 for the nice looking ones. It looks like high-end ones, like a flush finish. Then another tank that was, another stand that was $500, and then the cheapest stand was $400. So then I was like, dude, if I was to get the $500 one with the tank itself, that's just $1,100 for one tank. For two tanks, that'll be $2,200. And if I was to make my own stand, I said I'll probably waste $300 on material and about 2 days, out of my time to make these stands. So let's say the tanks themselves will be $1,200, so $1,200 plus $300, that'll be $1,500. That's not including the sumps. If I wasn't gonna buy nothing new, so just the tanks new. So for the sumps, let's say I find them for $150, I would need two. That'll be $300, so that'll be $1,800 with the sump. Return pumps, yes, I'll buy new. The cheap ones on Amazon, let's say $200 on two pumps, they'll be $2,000. And yes, I get an idea. And then I'll need a skimmer. Let's say $200 for a skimmer. That's $2,200 with a skimmer. And yeah, so that basically it was gonna round out to be $2,500. And I was gonna buy them. So let me tell you guys a story. I was already at the store. I looked at the tanks and I was like, they're not as big how I thought they would. Again, I'm the one that ordered them. So then I happened to be on Facebook. So now we're, now I'm telling you guys a little bit what happened. So I was on Facebook and I find somebody that posted a tank. Basically, they said a 100-gallon tank, and they were selling it for $900. I was able to, get the price down to $700. And the reason they said okay, because they were moving out of state. So I found a great deal, and I called my wife. I was like, hey, I'm here at the store. If I buy these two new tanks, it's gonna be around $2,000 to set it up. Or I found, a larger tank for $700, and it already has equipment. But after further looking the model of this tank, it's actually a 72-gallon display with the 30-gallon tank. It makes it 100 gallons, but in reality the tank itself, the display itself is not 100 gallons, but it is basically the water volume that I wanted at the first place with the 75 gallons. So you know what, I was like, shoot, is it smarter to spend more where I can spend less and have a tank, stand, sump, skimmer, return pump, and a few extra things? So now let me show you guys the tank that I am talking about. You guys are going to have to excuse all the mess. So I ended up buying a WaterBox 100.3 aquarium. So basically WaterBox is like a Red Sea. when it comes to quality and design. This is a used aquarium, and to be honest with you guys, most of my tanks I bought them used because it's always good finding good deals. And if you find good deals, in my opinion, it's better buying used good deals than buying new tanks. The only tanks that I have that are new are the Innovator Marine 20-gallon drop-off tanks. So here she is, and again, excuse for the mess. It is a garage where we store things. Just yesterday, it's not leveled, so I used some shims to level this tank. Make sure, it's a heavy tank, make sure nothing breaks. Fill it with water to make sure, it holds water, because that's something that I told my wife that worried me, because the tank was empty when I got it. The guy said it was in excellent condition, and when I got there, it wasn't in excellent condition. It had a few flaws here and there. But then I thought to myself, it's basically a $2,500 tank for $700. It has a few extra goodies in it. And then the guy said, it had a couple scratches, but he said when you fill it up with water, you can't really tell. So we'll see. Right now, yesterday I just filled up the tank with water, like I said, and I put some vinegar. I have a bottle of vinegar. That way I could clean it nicely, because they try to clean it themselves. It was probably flawless before they tried to clean it, but the guy looked like he was inexperienced, and they probably scratched it. That happened to me when I had my wife cleaning it. She scratched it, but that could have probably been the case, because he said he didn't use nothing, just water, and started scraping all the algae off. So that is the reason why it happened. But so far it's been holding water. It's been set up for a couple hours, I'll say like 12 hours. It did come with a light, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna use this light. It works. I tried it already. It is an AI Hydra 32, and it seems to be working. The only flaw with it is because the LED covers, the little plastic cover on it, like he said during summer it was above 100 Fahrenheit here in California. Most likely he didn't have AC, and he said the LEDs blew up, and there was two. One of them doesn't work now, and this one's the one that works, but I don't know if I'm gonna take the risk of using it, or what is the smarter thing to do. So I'm going to look at the tank. I hadn't even looked at it really. I mean, you can't really see any scratches. Maybe you could find some, if you really pay close attention to it, which I don't think I'm gonna do that right now for the purpose of this video, but yeah. So the cover here actually broke off, because when I looked at the tank itself, the day I looked at it, this was in perfect condition, but when me and my wife were moving around, this thing felt like 3 times. So, and it was at night, so I didn't see it. And just yesterday when I set this tank up, I noticed that the overflow cover was cracked, and it was missing a piece. So that's our fault, because it is made of glass, not like the ones the Red Sea have. And here's the light. It's really dirty. I'm gonna have to clean that. And again, I don't know if I'm gonna use this light itself. It works. I really like actually the what are these called again? The light mount. It's hardy. It looks like it's like aluminum, and it's really hardy. So I've never seen those before. This light is a 32 HD, or the new one. Then it comes with this the reflection of the sun. So it comes with this wave maker right here. It looks like it's a J-Bow wave maker. Doesn't really have a brand name, but it's an off-brand, so it's not like the ice cap, whatever they're called. And then it has this other wave maker there. On this one, basically, I think that one's a Hydor, because it looks like one. It probably just an Amazon brand, but basically you cannot control it. It's just a constant current, which is fine. I remember when I first got my first tank, it was used to. It came with a pump that was just constant current, and it worked well. And then I like the return nozzles there too. So it has one on each side. I kind of do it, kind of don't like the dimensions of the tank. So it's like 36 inches wide, the length of it, and then the width, I think it's like 20 something. But yeah, because if I was to get the 75 gallon, I think it would have probably stopped right here. Like, I think that's 18 inches, and then this right here is probably 26. So I kind of like it, kind of don't on the dimensions. Again, I did want it to go with the 75-gallon aquariums, but I don't think I could spend $2,500 on 2 tanks. I know you're gonna question yourself or say why you need 2 tanks, but that's me. Twins Reef, everything has to be identical or close to identical. When I had the Red Seas, I had 2 Red Seas, I had 2 innovative marines, 30 gallons, and then now 2 20-gallon drop-offs. That's always been me. But one reason I want to get 2 tanks is because 2 large tanks is because I want to have discus. I already have 2 discus, but you know the tank they're too small for them, and I want to have angelfish too, and I want to, you know, larger aquarium is always better. I should have just bought a larger tank since the beginning, rather than, you know, buying smaller tanks. That's my fault. So, you know, again, the tank has some imperfections. So right here looks like the water boxing has rust, so to clean that. Then the stand has a little chip right here. Here's what's underneath. Yesterday I scratched it here when I put the sump in here. That's my fault. Then the hinges, the door hinges here, or latches, whatever you call these, have rust, so I gotta clean those because that will cause problems later on. It does have a motion sensor light underneath, which doesn't have battery, just like my camera that's about to die. It does have a simplify return pump. Has for 2 filter socks. Here's the reservoir for the water, and yeah, here's the 30-gallon sump. You know, everything's controllable, but my camera's gonna die. But yeah, so I just gotta clean it, and I'm not so sure if I'm gonna set this tank up or if I'm just gonna sell it myself, because I kind of did want it the 75-gallon tanks, but I'm gonna think more on it. If I was to find another one of these, that'll be great, because yeah, I kind of like the dimensions of it, kind of don't, because I like the width of it. It's pretty cool. And just want to show you guys a little bit. So here's the other light. This is what I'm talking about. They blew up regarding the LEDs. They're dirty, but I like the light mount, so I'm probably gonna get another light if I was to keep it. Same brand. It also came with a bunch of filter socks, came with the cover, it came with an auto top off. So for $700, I think it's good. Later today, I'm probably gonna finish cleaning it up, scraping the glass, cleaning it good, wiping it down, and I'll see how I'll get rid of that rust. Anyhow, this is the video for today. I hope you guys liked it. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna set up this tank or I'm gonna resell it, and I'm just gonna end up getting the 75-gallon tank. So I have to think on it. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a great day. And until next time, I am out. Peace.